Once we have some idea of an operational definition of religion, then we have this broad sort of conception of this realm that we're going to focus on studying, that we're going to approach. So the next issue is then what is distinctive about the anthropological approach to this broadly conceived realm of religion. First of all, the anthropological approach, as you've read in some of the readings at this point, is field-based. The anthropological approach is field-based. We go out and we talk to people in whichever religious area that we're studying in a particular society, in a segment of our own society, and we develop relationships, try to develop rapport and trust with people who are practitioners and believers in that particular faith as much as possible. And oftentimes these relationships we develop are long-term, lasting relationships. So the first main characteristic that distinguishes the anthropological approach to religion, say, from a sociological or someone in religious studies, is that we focus on being field-based and having direct one-on-one personal and hopefully intimate relationships with the believers and the practitioners of a religion. Secondly, the anthropological approach is relativistic. We try to focus on the local perspectives, and we have access to that from the first characteristic, developing those long-term relationships. We hope to get access to the local perspectives and local understandings. What does it mean for them to perform and to engage in particular religious activities, to hold particular religious beliefs, to believe that certain symbols that are involved in a religious practice have certain meanings, or to embed those within particular frameworks of understanding, cognitive schemata or models of the world and the cosmology. So the first characteristic then is that anthropology is field-based. Secondly, relativistic. We focus on those local perspectives. And thirdly, we also seek to look for the interconnections between this sort of nebulous, fuzzy sort of realm of religion that we have as a broad area of life, and the way that it connects with other areas of life. So we look at how religion then connects with economics. How does it connect with family and kinship life, patterns of social organization? How does it relate to broader issues in society, the relationship of groups, ethnic groups, racial, gender, sexual groups, to the nation state or broader institutions and civil societies? This is really relevant because sometimes we start with another issue as an anthropologist. We may be focusing on economics or social relations, such as my study when I conducted research in Malaysia from 1998 roughly to 2000. I was focusing on social relationships between the large ethnic and racial categories in Malaysian society. And that focus then took me to religion, because I found that they had intimate and close relationships in each other's sacred sites. The religious sites that held religious meaning for them was an important area that they had an intercommunal sort of relationship. Or on the other hand, we may start focusing on religion, and it may take us out to those social realms of life, even the domestic areas of kinship and marriage. So the anthropological perspective is quite significantly, to sum up, is first of all one that is focused on looking at developing relationships with local people, whether they're in our societies, a segment of our society, or if they're in another society. We want to develop close relationships with them and to conduct ethnography. So anthropology is field-based. Secondly, we try to develop some understanding of the local perspectives, the Inuit perspectives. What do things mean? What do people feel when they engage in certain activities? What does it mean in terms of their conceptions of the world and of society? So, and then thirdly, we also then try to connect this sort of nebulous realm of religion, which is not clearly distinct, um, but we try to then follow it out, as fuzzy as it can be, to other areas of life, such as economics, where there's some interpenetrations between religion and economics, or religion and the political structures and institutions in society, and so forth. So the anthropological perspective is field-based, it's relativistic, and it's holistic.